we've had coverage in the past 2 days of the North Florida Red Cross's presence in the Carolinas, helping victims of this weekend's floods. WFT's Connor Ingalls visited a neighborhood in Charleston, South Carolina, affected by the disaster. This story of one woman captures the selfless mindset of the community during this crisis.
This was up here. It all became one.
Those were the conditions facing Charleston, South Carolina residents just a few days ago. Parts of the city experienced 3 feet of flooding, including Yvonne Broaddus' neighborhood.
It came down teeming, just torrential. You could hear battering everywhere.
The flooding isolated Broaddus in her house. Trapped, Broaddus was left to place all of her hope in the rain stopping. That is, until a gift from a man who couldn't be more fitting to deliver one.
The kindness of strangers. One of my neighbor's friends who plays Santa Claus every year started growing his beard, and I didn't know who he was. And I said, "Who is this guy?" And he says, "I'm Bubby's friend. He had this long beard." He says, "I'm getting ready for Santa Claus." He said, "Here, you can use a boat."
And an act that shows just how the community came together in the midst of disaster. Broaddus' first move was to make sure her friends were okay.
I took my boat to help my neighbor. I gave her some food and helped horses.
Of course, Broaddus wasn't the only one out to lend a hand to those in need. The American Red Cross was out in droves. Broaddus' neighborhood is one of many visited by the volunteers.
I said, "Well, Papa got a brand new bag. You're up here giving out stuff from the Red Cross." I said, "Do I have to pay?" He said, "No."
Broaddus' excited response was typical of those received by Red Cross volunteers.
You get to meet people in their worst, and they're happy to see you, and you get the good positive feedback, and it makes you be appreciative of that you're not going through that, but you can assist them with helping them.
Broaddus says she won't let the floods affect her anymore going forward.
I'm never going to be sad about tragedy because there's always a reason for it.
Connor Ingalls, WUFT News.
The rains have subsided throughout most of the state, with residents and volunteers moving into a state of recovery.